to date people for their money.
I pretend I care about them, but I really only just date them for their money.
I feel kind of bad about it.
At the same time, I'm just trying to survive anyways that I know how to.
I don't need their money, but I like that they can offer me these things without me breaking my own wallet. Kind of sad, because like I haven't known anybody that's done that personally, you know. But obviously it's just like a reality of what's going on.
I mean, I'm coming from the perspective of somebody who dates. I feel like if somebody treated me that way, if they only dated me for my money, I really wouldn't be that into them.
Just off the bat, I kind of feel pity for this person.
I don't know, I feel like it's kind of sad that like people think that way.
Indifference. Because I mean, honestly, at the end of the day, people gotta do what they do. Is it shiesty as hell? It's definitely very shiesty.
Just alone using, I mean, we all use each other for something in some sort of way, whether it's material, whether it's emotional, whether it's, I don't know, it could be anything. But I think that reflects something that's going on internally with them.
At the end of the day, being somebody who came from being impoverished, knowing that I had family members, mothers, women that were strippers, God knows whatever else. She was trying to make a living, you know.
It's almost like a step below like prostitution in a way, you know what I mean? Because I mean, like, I don't know, like in college you meet plenty of people and then you hang out one night and you buy them a couple drinks and then it's like mutual, of course, but then it's like, all right, I got that out of that and now I'm kind of done with you, and then they just kind of move on.
I guess I understand that times are really hard, but then they also highlighted that they don't need it. So I don't know, I guess it kind of feels like a bit of a betrayal.
I just kind of feel bad for them that they feel they have to do that. Especially since they don't have to, or they feel that they don't have to. I think it said that. I mean, yeah, I just feel kind of bad for them.
It sucks, but it's just the reality for some people, I feel like.
I don't know, I think it's bad that people will just use people, like other people for their money. And that they're just okay with doing it.
If you're just using somebody for their money, it just doesn't seem like a good thing to do, personally.
Most definitely she look inside of herself and see that there's a truer person that could do a lot better with the talents that she was given. She just needed to dig a little deeper. I would say more so in the way of like,
Not really.
Not necessarily. I mean, it's just I've never had to do that.
I can't relate in the sense that I do that.
you do the same thing when you're a drug dealer. You know what I'm saying? You date people. You know what I'm saying? You get to know these people. You know, you even love them. You know, you have concerned feelings for them. But at the same time, at the end of the day, you know you just want the bread that they're going to give you when you give them their eighth, their seventh, their quarter, their QP, their pound, whatever you're going to give them. So, yeah, I can most definitely relate because there's times I was like, you know, I'm giving you this, but I know it isn't ultimately serving your best good.
I mean, I personally have a lot of privilege in my life, so I don't feel like I've ever been at a point where I need to rely on other people's finances. But I can definitely try and sympathize with them on that level and understand that, you know, times can be hard.
I don't think I consciously do that in any other way. I definitely haven't dated anyone for that reason in the past. I definitely haven't had a friendship for that reason in the past, so I can't relate on that level. I can only relate on trying to survive and doing what you can to survive. I think everyone out here is trying to do that.
I mean, sometimes, like I said, like in college, you know, the closest I could get to it would be somebody coming up to me and like us hitting it off and everything, and then both, of course, treating it just as like a one-off thing. But you know, they're still taking what I got in my pocket, and then I don't see them again.
We have our own way of coping with things too, so something may have happened to that person where they feel they have to do that. But at the end of the day, I guess, you know, they're just trying to survive, which is what we're all trying to do, so.
But as far as when they said that they don't need it, I guess I don't really relate in that aspect. But I appreciate their honesty, I suppose. I guess I could appreciate their honesty. I guess I would just ask them why they felt that way and maybe concentrate on the fact that they do feel a little bit guilty about it and why that they feel a little bit guilty about it, and maybe have a conversation about that.
I'll give them a hug and tell them they don't figure it out.
I don't know if I could outright say, you know, don't do this, don't do that. I mean, everyone is going to live their own life and how they choose to do it. Just how I feel, or you probably feel, someone shouldn't say that to you, you know?
God, I feel like it would be hard to tell them to, like, not do that, you know? That's just kind of their life. It's hard to just have a random outside source tell you, like, hey, you shouldn't be doing this right now.
I'd probably just like have them really think about if they need that person or if there's other things that they can do to get money without like having to use other people because they feel bad about it in general anyways.
No, but the first thing they need to do is look in the mirror and be a little bit more honest to themselves and the people that they love, or the people they pretend to love.
I mean, if anything, just figuring out why they want to do this, especially because they were talking about how they don't have to, which is an interesting part of it. It's almost like it's like an addiction, or almost like they get off on it where they're just like, oh, I could just, you know, take some guy's money right now and everything. But I mean, how do you tell someone that that's wrong, you know? I mean, if they're not really hurting anyone and they're both getting what they want out of it, it's kind of hard.
So I don't think that would be a conversation, but if we were talking about it, I might ask them why they feel that way. Do they feel that's the only way, or have they tried other ways of surviving and, you know, maybe getting money? Because having a relationship like that, for the other person, it could be much more than just a relationship. You know, they could have hard feelings, emotions connected with that person, and if they knew that they were just being used for money, then that would probably, you know, break their heart.
I think that there's probably more to this person than meets the eye, so I think just asking them to really give me more details about why that they believe the way that they believe, because I don't feel like I'm getting the whole picture. I think it's important to get the whole picture.
So I might ask them, you know, have you ever tried anything else? Do you have any other healthy alternative to doing that? Any other outlets to doing that?
Or, you know, at the end of the day, if you feel like you don't know how to get on your own, or find a mentor or somebody that is something that you've always garnered an attention for, that you really like, and then become a student of that so that you can, you know, stop essentially being a leech on someone's life, not providing a true service or in benefit. You know, just stop being somebody that's always going to take from others around you and be able to give to those you love. Not even those you love, just give to those in general. You know what I'm saying? Be charitable. That's one of the good marks of good human.
It's just such a weird world because so many people look down on that, and like that's it, like I said before, that's like a step below prostitution, I would say, and still a lot of people look down on prostitution. But at the same time, it's also been around for like ever, and it's never really gonna go away. I feel like it's just kind of been constant. It's just become more of like a black market type thing. So like, you know, as long as people aren't being like you know, kind of abused while they're doing it, and they're doing it for money, and it's like a business transaction and they're okay with it, I feel like at the end of the day it's okay, and it's kind of hard to just get that to stop.
I don't know. I can't judge them, you know. Like I said, we're all trying to do our own means of survival, so I sort of understand in the sense that you're just doing what you can and how you know how to do it. But yeah, I think that's it.